Now I think we will get into the code on wages part. So how the chapters are arranged, this is how it is now made, right? So total 69 sections. I think if you go through the first chapter, second, third, and fourth, I have put it in red font, where equal remuneration is there. It is included in the first chapter along with preliminary and definition part. And second chapter deals with minimum wages. Third chapter deals with payment of wages. Fourth chapter deals with payment of bonus, right? So hitherto these were separate legislations. Now this is becoming one chapter under the code called Code on Wages. COW means it is Code on Wages, cow, right? So arrangement of chapters or arrangement of sections, you can just go through. See other things, the definitions and the administrative part, the inspection part, the offenses, those are all common now. So I think currently for each legislation, there will be separate chapters, right? So broadly, this is how it is getting reduced now. So the administrative part, the inspection part, the offenses and penalty part, it is now common. It is becoming definition part. More importantly, it is becoming common for all the four areas now. I would call, which is equal remuneration, minimum wages, payment of wages, payment of bonus. So what are the salient features, right? So again, specific to Code on Wages, it provides for all essential elements relating to wages, which is payment of wages, equal remuneration. Yes, there shall not be any discrimination solely because of gender, right? So with a woman employee, if she is performing a job which is similar to that of a male employee, she should be paid equally, right? Otherwise, if she possesses maybe same qualification, right? That is how it is. There shall not be any discrimination solely because of gender. That is the primary purpose of that act. And the payment of so minimum wages, equal remuneration, payment of wages, bonus. So all these four areas will be covered in the Code on Wages. And of course, now the unorganized sector, it is also coming in. So I think people say that there are around 50 workers in our country, of which 50 crore workers, of which only 10% are in the organized sector, which means roughly 5 crores. So 45 crores are there in the unorganized sector, right? But not many of these people are covered and they are getting the privileges or benefits under the existing set of labor legislations. Now, because of these changes, I think they are also included, maybe not in all the provisions, but for some certain purposes, specifically social security and all, they are now getting included. Here also for wage purpose means it's more specific to minimum wages. We all know that even for domestic workers, it is now getting prescribed minimum rates of wages. So the idea is, yes, some sort of security, it is to be given to unorganized workers also. And the power to fix minimum wages, that will continue to be with the appropriate governments. It could be central government or state government. But again, there is another concept called floor wages, right? Currently, we all know that there is a concept called national floor level minimum wages, right? But it does not have statutory force as of today, right? It remains more as a guideline, right? But some statutory mandate is now given. It is now called as floor wages. But the floor wages will be fixed only by the central government. And secondly, it will not be one uniform quantum, one amount, a single amount. It can vary geographically, right? So that will be the barest minimum. That will become the barest minimum. Subsequently, the minimum wages are to be fixed by the appropriate governments, and that cannot go below the floor wages fixed by the central government. So indirectly, so that it means that wages cannot go below the floor wages fixed by the central government. Again, so that is how the statutory mandate is now coming. The provisions relating to timely payment of wages and authorized deductions, of course, dealt under currently Payment of Wages Act. Now it will be under the chapter Payment of Wages under Code on Wages, and of course it will be applicable to all employees. We all know under Section 1(6) of the current Payment of Wages Act, if an employee is drawing more than 24,000, then he goes out of the purview of the provisions under Payment of Wages Act. That ceiling is now getting removed. So irrespective of the quantum of salary one person is getting, he will be covered under Payment of Wages Act, even if it happens to be 1 lakh per month, right? I'll move on.